Hello, you're welcome back to this class, and in this tutorial I'll be talking about a wonderful topic. Let's go on to the class ASAP. Okay, we're talking about broiler management. Broiler management. When properly managed, broiler production is a profitable venture which can yield up to 60 to 70% of invested capital as net profit. You can see. So meaning, as I told you before, when you put in $100, you are sure of getting back $60 as your profit. Okay. This sector of poultry production requires extra care and management. It requires extra care and management. This is the most important aspect of it. I will always sing this as a song. It is the most important part of it. It requires good management, extra care and management. So one major thing you need consider in this source or hatchery where you get your stocks. One major thing you need consider is the source or hatchery where you get your stocks. So when you want to buy your day-old chicks, your ducks, make sure you inquire from others who are into the business already to know which hatchery is the best to go into. Even when they are expensive, just make sure you get from a good hatchery. Because the reason is because there are some hatcheries, the only problem they have is that their beds doesn't grow fast. There are some hatchery which the problem they have is that their beds always have cough. Their beds always have cough. It's inevitable. Then there are some hatchery, their beds always have coccidiosis or just something like that. Every poultry with their own method of hatchery and with uh, with their own problems. So just find out a better one that is at least manageable. If you can get from a source where maybe it's just a cough that actually worries them, that means you can handle that. If you get the one that maybe is coccidiosis, you can also handle that. But whereby you're having a you're having a growth problem, you're having growth problem, is actually not good because it will affect your own business. It will affect your schedule and your program, whereby you want to harvest every eight weeks. It will actually affect you. It will then enter into 10 weeks. So be sure to get from a reliable hatchery. Before you purchase your day-old chicks, be sure to consult other persons who has been in the business and inquire which hatchery in your area is best to buy from. Strictly follow all instructions in this class and avoid acts of negligence and carelessness. Feed, medicate and vaccinate as instructed and at appropriate time. This is one other mistakes farmers do. When you're supposed to medicate or vaccinate your bird or feed your bird, you don't do it. They actually don't do it at the appropriate time. Imagine when birds are sick, you see them, they are actually sick, and you're supposed to rescue them immediately. And you say, oh, let me leave it till tomorrow, and you extend your medication till tomorrow. By the time you come tomorrow, what you are supposed to give them today, when you come tomorrow, you get you get medication that's stronger than the one you are supposed to give them today. And that medication that is stronger that than the one you are supposed to give them today is also more expensive than when you would have buy lately. I hope you understand that. Now, assuming you are to buy a sachet of medication now for $1, and you didn't buy it, you now say the best I still can actually manage till tomorrow or next. Now, once it lingers, once you linger the medication or vaccination, when you come back, they will die, their condition will be more than as it was. So that means if you are supposed to medicate them for 3 days, you will now extend their medication for 5 days. Have you seen what I mean? Now, in some cases, the medication, if you are to buy it for $1, when that when their illness has gone beyond, you will then have to get a stronger medication, which is more stronger than the one you are supposed to buy before. And that one that is stronger may be sold for $1.50 or $2. Hope you get that now. So that is it. You have to feed them, medicate and vaccinate them at an appropriate time. With good feed and health care, stunted growth and other counterproductive phenomena can be avoided. So when you did not feed them well, you always get stunted growth because they actually did not get the amount of feed that was required at the time they needed it. So if they will actually get stunted if you don't feed them well and the amount of feed needed and when it's supposed. The amount of feed needed, you don't need to measure feed and feed your birds. You don't need to measure feed, just give them to satisfaction. Okay. In addition to all, their health management and nutrition must be specifically put in consideration. Okay. So let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition. Feeding of broilers is ad libitum, meaning that they eat every time, both day and sometimes night when there is light. So meaning if you give them feed even at night, they will eat as long as there is light for them to see road. They will eat. So if you want your birds to grow faster, instead of harvesting in 8 weeks, you can harvest in 6 weeks. So it means you have to feed them day and night. You keep light for them, whatever source of light, keep for them. They see road, they eat. They get bigger faster. They get to market size faster. Like instead of harvesting in 8 weeks, if you feed them that way, you harvest them in 5, 6 weeks. It has been proven that 65% of the cost of raising broilers is on feed. Now you can see that. So every other thing is on the contingencies. Then 3 types of feed are generally used throughout the raising of broilers. These are broiler starter, grower, and broiler finisher. We will be learning on how and when to use these different types and sizes of feed in a further class. Thank you very much for staying on this tutorial. See you in the next video. And I hope you understood and you have achieved something. Bye.